Hello friends, and welcome to another video. I'm just logging in into my account like I do every single morning. It's 8:16. Every single morning I come here to my desk and I log in to see my sales on various stock music licensing libraries. Now I'm logging in into Audio Jungle as I usually do, and I see that I have a big sale. I have a music broadcast license, all right, which is today. That's today actually, as I'm recording this video. So Guitar Riff Express. So that's a guitar bass track, right? And then I have another sale actually that as well today, Inspirational Cinematic Time Lapse. I will probably put a screenshot here so you can see those sales. If I go further down, I can see that I have an inspirational rock guitar track, which was sold a few days ago as well. And underneath that, the day before that, there's a melancholic electric guitar track. And that's the purpose of this video. I want to talk about the different genres of music composition and what's really the genre that sells the most and what type of music tracks should you be composing. Okay, so before we get into the video, if you would like to learn about this, don't forget to download my free guide, link in the description, okay? Not only are you gonna find the 7 steps on how to get started with stock music licensing, but as well you're gonna find the various libraries where I license my music. So this is a very common question that I get. What's the best genre in order to succeed in music licensing? And the answer is whatever you like to compose. Okay, so if you like to make hip-hop tracks and you're a hip-hop type of composer, then you should be doing hip-hop music. If you like more trailer music or cinematic music, then you should do that. Right? So for me, because I'm a guitar player, it's very easy for me to just grab the guitar and compose a music track. And you can see from the latest sales that a lot of tracks have the guitar word in it. In fact, the other tracks, they might not say guitar in it, but you can bet that they are guitar bass as well. With the exception of one of them or two, okay? I mean, there's a scary, dark ambient track that has no guitar whatsoever in it. But all I want to say is that in order for you to succeed in music licensing, especially in the beginning, is for you to focus on your strength. I can't stress that enough. This has been my MO since day one. You first focus on your strength, and then you start to diversify or try to experiment with different genres. I have certainly experimented over the years with different genres, but I know what my strengths are. That doesn't mean that I don't compose cinematic music. I do. In fact, I have been composing more music in different genres over the years, which has helped me stay fresh and stay excited about the whole music licensing process, if you will, because even though you can specialize on a genre, when it comes down to stock music, you can compose in any genre, and that's the beauty of this. I can be wearing different hats at any given point. Okay. However, I know where my strengths are, and I know what gives me that advantage. Okay, and because I play an instrument, then there is no plugin out there that can make my composition process faster than me just grabbing the instrument. I mean, I can literally grab the guitar right now and it will be faster for me to come up with an idea and experiment and put it into practice or put it into action than actually loading out the DAW, selecting the sample, grabbing the plugin. You know, I'm not saying that you cannot do it like that, but my strength is in the guitar playing, okay? And, you know, I have seen this in different genres, how this plays out and how we can write in any genre, but at the same time, you still need to focus on your strengths, especially in the beginning. Now, what I would like you to do is to leave in the comment section what is the genre that you write music in, okay? So whether you are a beginner or you have experience with music licensing, I would like to know what genre is the genre that you like to compose music, either hip-hop, either it's hip-hop, rock music, cinematic music, whatever it is, just drop it in the comment section. So for me, over the years, acoustic guitar tracks have been my best sellers. I have a particular track that sells very well across all libraries. And it's a very particular track, and it's just acoustic. I have no samples whatsoever. It's just me playing the acoustic guitar with a microphone. I just put it here in front of the sound hole or whatnot, and I just record my guitar playing. And that's it. In fact, I'm actually working on a guitar track right now. I might do a video so I can share that, the latest composition. And it's all guitar. It's kind of like an acoustic guitar track, but it has like a cinematic moodiness to it. And I'm definitely going to do a video about that. But this particular acoustic track that I'm talking about here is very, how can I say this? It's evergreen, it's timeless. Okay, and it's been composed a few years ago. And when I say a few years ago, I think it's from 2017, maybe earlier. I think 17, okay, maybe 18. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But I've done a whole bunch of this type of tracks. Just me playing the acoustic guitar track, the guitar with my fingers. I have long nails, and you know that's my advantage. That's what separates me from other acoustic guitar tracks, right? There's a uniqueness to it. I mean, I don't care what samples you have, and I don't care how good you program your samples, even when it comes down to acoustic guitar work. There's nothing like the real deal, all right? And I don't care about AI and all of these things, and that's a topic for a different video, but there's nothing like grabbing an instrument and playing it. I mean, the level of control is just second to none. And I'm certainly going to do a video because in that video, and that track that I'm composing right now, which is an acoustic track, I'm using a VST, which is an acoustic track. It's an acoustic VST that I'm using as a starting point in order to record my acoustic track, okay? And I wanted to blend both, like the VST with the real instrument, so you can see the difference. And however, I have composed music tracks, acoustic guitar tracks, using just VSTs, all right? Just as an experiment and to see what's... Actually, I have a track that is out there. I might do a video about that as well, actually talking about acoustic tracks. Anyways, I'm diverting and I'm going in different tangents as I usually do with these videos because I want to stay focused on the genre and most importantly on what genre do you write. I really want to know what genres do you write music, so don't forget to leave it in the comment section. But I just wanted to share with you my latest sales in this particular library so you can see what sells for me in terms of genre. And I have shared this before. Even in other libraries, I have my sales, obviously because I have a lot of acoustic guitar tracks out there, in a particular one that is always there, okay? Which it proves that there is something to be said about the genre that you write best or that comes easiest for you. The idea of writing music is that it has to come easy for you. So for what you make, for example, if I grab the guitar and I play the guitar, that comes very easy for me. But maybe you're a piano player, okay? And that comes easier for you, so you can play the piano very, very well. You know, even though I have piano tracks out there, you know, they have been a real challenge for me to compose those piano tracks because I'm not a piano player, you know? So I have to program everything. I have to work on the expression and intonation and make it, you know, sound like somebody's actually playing the piano, but it's not. It's like me just writing on the MIDI keyboard, right, on the piano roll. And, you know, the fun thing about music is to do something that you enjoy. You know, I don't like to force the genre. If I'm going to compose a track today, for example, if I'm going to compose something that in a different genre, I must feel excited about it. If I'm not excited about it, I don't compose it, right? So, for example, jazz music. I have a few jazz tracks, and the only reason why I compose jazz tracks is because it's such a left field for me. You know, if I'm so focused on doing acoustic music and corporate and pop rock and all of these things, at times I feel a little bit like, okay, I need something fresh, I need something new, and I will compose a jazz track, right? Or maybe a cinematic track, you know, something that I don't usually compose, or a dark track as well, a trailer dark track. And this is just to get out of my comfort zone, which is another strategy once you have mastered your own genre. And that's the purpose of this video, to remind you that you have to master your own genre. You have to become a master in that genre that you want to master. So for me, you know, being the best that I can be with music composition as a guitar player is my top priority. Once I have achieved that, then I embark into different genres and have fun experimenting. I mean, once you know exactly what the blueprint is for composition, you can apply that to any genre. And you won't be self-guessing or overthinking, right? your process, because you already know what works for you in that particular genre. So whatever I use for my acoustic guitar tracks, I bring that to different genres across different musical styles. And I certainly find very liberating to know that I can always go back to the acoustic guitar. I can always grab my guitar and compose a track like this, right? And just upload it, sell it, that's it, the job is done. There's nothing in between. And I can always experiment with different genres. I mean, another example here, I have done some house music, electronic music. I've never done that before, my friend, you know? But I have certainly composed a few of them, and yes, they sell, you know? I mean, once I started to compose house music, I didn't know anything about deep house. I mean, you can call me an ignorant, right? But electronic music is not my thing. And I didn't know about deep house. And, you know, as a genre, I couldn't really describe it to you or say like, oh, that's deep house, or this is this house, or acid house music and whatnot. So once I started to compose a few house music tracks, I got fascinated by the genre and I started to learn. And I composed a few tracks and I really got into it. I mean, it's so much fun. You know, and I have uploaded a few of these tracks and, you know, they make some sales as well. Not as much as my acoustic work, but that's because I don't have a lot. You know, I just experiment with them a little bit here and there, and then I just upload them. But, you know, when it comes down to genres, there's so much that we can do. You know, you can just really experiment as you grow as a composer, and that's the fun part about being a music licensing composer, and specifically a stock music licensing composer, right? Because when you're submitting music to a sync library, you might compose an album, right? And maybe it's an album with a theme, like, okay, just acoustic guitar tracks, right? Or just dark cinematic tracks. But when it comes down to stock music, today it could be acoustic work, tomorrow it could be hip hop, the next day it could be a jazz track. I mean, and the more diverse you are, the more chances of you making sales, of course. But you need to master your instrument. You need to master that genre. For me, it's an instrument because I am a musician, but you don't need to be a musician in order to be a composer. We know that, okay? Anyways, this is a quick video that I wanted to do today. I am going to share that acoustic guitar track that I'm working on, actually, so you can listen to it. And don't forget to leave in the comment section what's the genre that you write music, okay? Thank you so much for all the love and support, my friend. I'll see you in another video.